Detective Comics 943, which is James Tynion the Fourth and Alvaro Martinez. So this is the start of a new arc. We wrapped up one just before the crossover, so this is the first one since Night of the Monster Men, and we're introduced to a new team of villains who seem to have some sort of, obviously spoilers for each because we're talking about them before I go into
Stephanie
details.
Browns, as one would.
Stephanie Browns, as I like to say. So we have a new team who aren't really fully revealed until the end. I actually really like how it builds them up a little bit near the start.
Yeah.
We have I think it's a Wayne Enterprises building where there's like a giant like bit of graffiti, like a message. It says, it says "Death to the Bat" or whatever it says. I actually can't remember the exact phrase. But Batwoman's there investigating with Renee Montoya.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was nice.
it's nice that they're keeping this greater DCU or this greater Gotham universe sort of like around. But there's a line where Renee says, "Well, that's the question, isn't it?"
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Big grin across my face.
Of course. See, Tynion knows what he's doing here, though. This whole book is the type of Batman I like reading because there's characters that pop up that you've forgotten about, and there's a greater sense of Gotham. Like this is the Gotham book.
Which is cool because we have solo Batman, and this is this.
Exactly. And so in past times in Detective, it's just another Batman book, but here it feels different enough, and I love that.
Yeah. So there's some great stuff when they're talking to like the security guard who survived this incident that no one stole anything, but they came here to like deliver this message.
Yep.
And he's talking about how like the one in the back who's like grey and pale like had this stare and all that. And we see like brief glimpses of them, but it's not until the end of the book we actually get the the full reveal of the victim syndicate is what they're calling themselves. So we have 5 members here that I can see. We have the main one who's got a sort of almost Red Hood-esque sort of mask, but he's got like a sort of cape or cloak kind of thing going on. He's quite creepy. There's a dude who has almost imagine Freddy Krueger's hand, but instead of knives, it's syringes.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
Got that. We have someone who's about the penguin's height, but seems to have Elephant Man's disease.
Yeah.
We have someone who's a pretty boy with sunglasses and like a ponytail with blonde hair,
And he's got like a green shimmer almost to him.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Who knows what his power set is? But, yeah. And then we do have the Frankenstein monster-esque looking fella who's grey and pale and looks like kind of gothic almost.
With like a cutthroat looking mark, it looks like, or like a noose mark.
That's why I was saying a Frankenstein-esque creation.
Yeah.
That's what made me think of that.
But that was kind of like the one that the survivor of the Wayne attack, the Wayne Tech attack, was talking, like it got real quiet. Yeah. And it was unsettling.
Which is great. I love when Batman faces like a horror-esque villain where they're genuinely creepy, which the Joker should be when he's done right. The Joker should be terrifying when he's written properly.
Yep.
But no, otherwise there's a lot of good dynamics between the team. We get a little sort of like Clayface training. Like, I didn't even realize it was Clayface at first because we cut to. I almost called it the danger room. The mud room. There you go. And he's training with Cass, and they're talking about this fundraiser that's getting thrown by Luke Fox, who's Lucius Fox's son, also Batwing. If you're unfamiliar with him.
Yeah, that's all thing. Is he still Batwing, or is he just doing the Fox tech?
Well, I know from a variant cover that in a few issues' time he will be donning the Batwing costume. Whether or not he's active at this moment in time, I'm not sure. But he definitely will be soon.
I do like that they are game planning, and the reason that really Bruce and Batwoman, Kate,
there you
go to this thing is kind of to recruit him because Tim left all of this tech unfinished.
Yeah, they need a tech person who can work with all this stuff. And I love though that she's completely not on board either. Like the entire time, because he's in a tux and she's like in a dress, and it's like they're going like in pretend as if they're here for just this gala. And
it would make sense that a Wayne and a Kane would be at this gala.
Oh, of course,
right?
Of course,
and that's what I like, that they play up, that they show up together, and whatnot. And again, it's that larger sense of Gotham. But I also love when Luke approaches her She's like, yep, not even. Not even.
Well, because he tries to flirt, doesn't he?
Uh huh.
He says something
Yep.
flirty and tries to kiss her hand or whatever, and she's like, no, no, no. Just, just
Barking up
walks
the
away.
wrong tree, dude.
Yeah, not my type.
Uh huh.
But no, I like all that stuff. I like these stuff with Stephanie. She's like went kind of AWOL. She's not
Oh.
answering the calls because she's too heartbroken about Tim. And we meet Harper. She goes and sees
Ah,
Harper.
that was such a nice surprise.
Yeah, I had no idea she was going to pop up.
No, and I like what they said is like her Bluebird costume's locked up in a trunk in a closet, and she can do more good as Harper Row than as Bluebird.
I have a feeling there was a time limit on that eventually she will don the costume again for
Yep.
some reason. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice to explore this. It's nice that they're friends, and it was nice to see her again. And she mentioned her brother, because I think one of the best issues of that Snyder Batman run was that issue that focused on her and her brother. That was a really good
Yep.
issue.
And the messed up, yeah, their relationship with the dad and the mom that took off
Yeah.
or died, I can't remember. But yeah, and like she's still Harper. She still has that swagger and talking about how her and Tim were trying to remap the entire electrical grid of Gotham to provide low income energy. And it's just like it's that type of stuff that's like, oh yeah, Tynion worked with Snyder, so of course he's gonna tie this together.
Yeah. But no, because we liked Harper quite a bit, and it felt like she just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
So it is good that she's still around, and it's
Yep.
it feels like it is world building, it is whatever, and I can see her joining the team. I can see Bluebird being
Well, that's what I thought with the tech, because this was all before we get to Luke and what
even once
Bruce is gonna do.
but even once Luke showed up, because him and Kate were bickering
Yeah.
about it and she was against
Yeah.
it, I was thinking the swerve maybe next issue would be that it is actually going to be Harper that ends up taking
Yeah.
this role.
Because she could almost be an Oracle type, not with like information, but with the tech.
Yeah.
So not Oracle, but like Q and James Bond, to where she maintains the Belfry and doesn't have to go out. But push comes to shove, she can suit up if they need like an extra member.
Yeah.
But I definitely like where this is going with Luke is just a arrogant jerk kind of. He's very much Tony Stark in this.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like he shows up with this like hover car and tells the valet, he's like, "Hey, if you don't scratch that, you get the next one off of the production line." And I'm just like, "Oh, this guy." So, but it's also we get was that Jean Paul Azrael is also helping at the Tompkins Clinic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's like supervising where Harper is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just all of these nice things, but the Stephanie stuff really hit me hard, just because she is in that bereavement period where she's just all shut down, and she doesn't want to do any of the stuff. Like she helped out with the Monster Men just out of duty to like Gotham and whatnot. But now that it's quieted down, she can take that time, and it's good to see these characters digesting that. Even Bruce.
Yeah.
And we get to see he's put Tim's costume in one of the Robin cases, which, let's be honest, he's got a lot of Robin cases.
Yeah, he's got an entire wall of these things now. All these dead Robin suits.
Yeah.
Come on now. I all that stuff. Kate tried to talk Bruce into going to see Stephanie, and he's like, no,
Yeah.
she just needs time. And like,
Yep.
I like that it is taking the issue, like you say, to digest what just happened. And yeah, obviously there's a bit of build for the new plot, and they show up at the end.
Yeah.
But it's just the cliffhanger at the end. Most of the issue is them dealing with what's going on now. It's replacing Tim's role as the tech person. It's dealing with the fact that we're all upset that he's dead. It's dealing with all this stuff. And of course, yeah, so... And if you don't know who Harper Row is, by the way, I realise we have like... I know a lot of people who watch or listen to this only jumped on comics with Rebirth. So
right.
It's entirely possible that you might not know some of these names that are just popping up. So Harper was a sort of, kid in Gotham who kind of went out of her way to try and help Batman, despite even against his wishes almost, and ended up saving his life at one point. And she kind of became...
It was against the court, right? Did she
Yeah,
show up
yeah.
first up? What else? Okay.
Yeah, because it was really weird when she showed up as well, because we didn't...
Yeah.
There was like no build-up to her, and then it explained after the fact who she was.
Yeah.
And that she'd been tracking him and like found a way to like track his movement throughout the site.
Yeah.
Which was impressive, and that made her like, yeah, okay. And she became a character called Bluebird, was her hero name.
Yeah, and Batman Eternal.
Yeah.
So
So that's her. And Jean Paul Valley, of course, was Azrael. Is he still Azrael? Is he Azrael in present day Rebirth, or is that a thing yet? I don't know.
well, remember when the colony stuff started? They had taken him down inside the church. And
That's right. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't think he's active anymore. I think he's just a civilian helping Dr. Tompkins. So, but who knows? He might show up. Like, I have a feeling at a certain point we're going to get everybody suited up together from the Bat family. So that'll be cool.
Also, Clayface coming to the gala in human form and being
Yeah.
like, "I can be younger if it makes you feel more comfortable." Because like obviously Stephanie,
Yeah.
Harper, and Cass are all teenagers
Yeah.
or whatever. So, no, that was good fun.
Like, you acting as a teenager is far more worse than you looking like an adult. So, but yeah, it's they're doing a lot of cool stuff with Clayface and making him heroic, but still just like learning the ropes. So it's a great book all around. Even if you don't like continuity, like you can't not. I don't see how you don't enjoy this.
Yeah, no, that's. I think if you're interested in the Bat family, you're getting a lot out of this book, and it's giving all these characters a real chance to shine. And who
Yep.
knows? I mean, Batwoman's getting her own book. Who's to say that some
Mhm.
of the other characters in here won't get their own solo series sometime next year or beyond? I'm just saying, a Stephanie Brown book, I would be all over it.
Yeah.
All over it.
Stephanie Brown, Harper Rose, Jean Paul, all kind of hanging out. Like, it'd be great.